Hi everyone. Again, we're talking about linear relationships. This is stage 5.2. In the previous video, I talked about example 1, which was this one, graphing y equals 2x plus 1. And in example 2, we're going to work the other way, we're going to work backwards, find the gradient and y-intercept of these two equations. So hopefully remember that the coefficient of x, in this case 3, tells us the gradient, and the constant term tells us the y-intercept. So the gradient is 3 and the y-intercept is -2. So that means that it would cross at -2, and every time we went across 1 would go up 3, so the graph would go like that. For part B, this is in general form, so we have to do some algebra work to find the gradient. So when the equation's in this form, we want to get y equals, so that it's back in the gradient form, so that we can do this. Once it's in this form, the gradient is -3/2, and the y-intercept is -3. So let's talk about these two steps. Y equals, the gradient form, is what we're trying to do. So the 3x we take away from both sides. Just like when we solved equations. So that gives us 2y equals -3 -6. Sorry, we took away 6 from both sides as well. So I'll just go through that again. This 3x got taken over to this side. So we -3x from both sides. And the same thing happened with the 6. We took 6 away from both sides. And then from this step, we divided by 2. To give us this equation, which is the general form. And from there we can find the gradient, which is -3/2. 6/2 is 3, so the y-intercept is -3. Again, I'm just going to quickly flick through example 3 onwards. Before I do though, just highlighting, gradient intercept form is this one. General form is this one. It's much easier to see the gradient and the intercept when it's in this form. And that's why it's called the gradient intercept form.